I was introduced to drugs, I would say, in 7th grade when I got prescribed Adderall for the first time.
I did a little bit of drinking and smoking weed and a lot of hallucinogenics. The meth came around, and I didn't do heroin until I was 26.
Yeah, people make the switch from like weed and alcohol and occasional like weekend cocaine and ecstasy to just kind of dabbling with painkillers like Oxycontin or something of that nature. From smoking and snorting that, it wasn't long to go from that to smoking heroin and shooting heroin.
People that I was close to who overdose, they're usually like really in the throes of deep addiction, and I've seen people come out of the hospital and just go straight back to using like coughing dope like immediately afterward. I've never seen anybody do drugs in a safe setting before. I mean, like I've known people that have overdosed like in a room full of other people, you know, it's just because everybody was using and nobody's paying attention. I've done CPR, I've had to walk them around until they kind of come to. In other situations where I wasn't there, I mean, people have just died, or like there have been situations where I've heard of the other users in the room, they'll just kind of like drag them outside because they're scared of getting in trouble themselves, so they'll just call an ambulance and leave them and go and like hope that they get saved.
I have witnessed 2 or 3 overdoses. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea how to deal with that.
I've had friends on the streets of downtown Portland die of overdoses. I've had friends in the suburbs, isolated from where any safe injection facility in the heart of a city would have been, die from overdoses. I myself have overdosed on heroin before and had been revived through naloxone.
I mean, I've had a couple of friends overdose, and they were scary. They were really scary because I was really winging it. And they came out of it and brought them back, and everything worked out okay, but it was definitely scary.
I know a lot of people who have died, but every single one of them was alone. And, you know, sometimes it took them days to find them. I think that the biggest danger for drug addicts is when they are alone.
Everything gets smaller. As far as groups of friends and people and circle and family, it's really easy to disown people.
I was living under a bridge, having stolen everything from everyone I've ever known and loved and betrayed everybody. And, you know, that didn't just instantaneously make me realize like, oh, this is rock bottom. Okay, it's time to start getting sober now. I lived in that for several months, several years, and things just kept getting worse. And I just got lucky, I guess, that things didn't get much worse, that I didn't get some long, lengthy prison sentence or just died of another overdose. And I just caught a feeling that reminded me of what the feeling of love is like. I know that I've overdosed 7 times, and so I could have died. And had I died, I would have never had the chance to make amends with my family. I would have never had the chance to make things right with them again.
I think that people typically try to seek help numerous times before they finally get one that sticks, or they just never get help.
Most people feel like, given a second chance, that they would try and make the best of it.
A lot of consequences could have been avoided or otherwise mitigated by having safe injection facilities in the cities or in the area.
I think that they're great. I think that it's going to take time for people to become comfortable with them, because I think that a lot of people don't understand them, and I think that they could end up saving a lot of lives and could be a really useful resource.
You know, I can't say what my friends who died could have done had they lived and not overdosed instead, had there been safe injection facilities.
I think that we focus a lot less on healing and why people become addicts in the first place and how we can help keep them alive until we can get them that help and healing that they need. It's just not something that we do here, so I think that's why we don't understand them yet.
So I think there's a lot of reasons, but a lot of these people don't value drug addicts. They don't consider them contributing, productive members of society. So maybe they don't think that they're worth the trouble.
I'm just glad to be alive. That's it. Glad to be alive. Glad I have my family back. Glad I was able to feel love again after getting sober.